Hi, I'm Patrick McIntyre. Welcome to Signal Brief News. Facts first, analysis second, so you decide what matters. You have to wonder sometimes, is Donald Trump the gift that keeps on giving for Democrats? Because here's where we are. Iran came back with a counterproposal to end the war. Trump called it totally unacceptable on Truth Social. And just like that, any hope of a near term ceasefire and relief at the gas pump evaporated. Oil jumped 3% in a single day. And the people feeling that most aren't just Democrats. A full 79% of Republicans say gas prices are straining their household budgets. That's only 2 points lower than Democrats. This isn't a partisan pain point anymore. It's just pain. Now, layer on top of that a 35% approval rating and Democrats leading the generic congressional ballot by 10 points. And you've got a political environment that should be absolutely terrifying for Republican incumbents heading into November. The big wild card, of course, is gerrymandering. Republicans have been aggressive, really aggressive, about redrawing maps to protect their House majority. And whether that effort might still be enough to hold the line is anyone's guess at this point. But here's the thing about wave elections. When the environment gets bad enough, the maps stop mattering as much as they're supposed to. And right now, between a stalled war, $4.50 gas, and an economy that feels like it's running a low grade fever, that environment is getting pretty bad. Whether it's bad enough to tip the scales in November, that's the question nobody can answer yet. If you're finding this video helpful, please hit the like button, follow the channel, and subscribe for more facts first political coverage. Now, this political turmoil isn't just happening at the federal level. It's reshaping things at the state level too, with consequences that could echo well into the future. There's an interesting situation developing in 3 states that basically decide every presidential election: Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Republicans look set to nominate gubernatorial candidates who, to put it plainly, don't accept that Donald Trump lost in 2020. And from a purely strategic standpoint, that could actually wind up to be a gift for Democrats. Because when you dig into the numbers, the election deniers tend to underperform other Republican nominees by about 3 points on average in general elections. In swing states this tight, that's not a rounding error. That could be game, set, and match. Now, conservatives will tell you these candidates are standing up for election integrity. And that message lands well with the Republican base. But primaries and general elections are very different animals. And in today's hyper-polarized environment, it's probably going to be the elusive moderate voter who will decide these contests. But while Democrats in these states may be catching a break on the candidate front, the fight over who gets to vote in the first place and how those votes are counted seems like a much smellier kettle of fish. The Virginia Supreme Court has struck down a voter-approved redistricting amendment, and the reason matters. The court found the legislature skipped a step. Under Virginia's Constitution, amendments must pass the General Assembly twice, with a House of Delegates election in between. That process exists for good reason. It builds in democratic accountability across multiple election cycles. Now, people on the left are calling this a technicality used to throw out the votes of 1.6 million Virginians. Conservatives say the amendment was plainly unconstitutional from the start. Honestly, both sides have a point. Democrats are now asking the U.S. Supreme Court to intervene, but with 6 conservative justices on the panel, that's really a long shot. Here's what I keep coming back to, though. Why didn't the legislature simply acknowledge the existing amendment process on the record while making an explicit case that this was an exceptional situation warranting an exceptional response? That kind of deliberate framing might not have changed the illegal outcome, but it could have given the measure sturdier legs and made the court's path to dismissal considerably narrower. Instead, it looks like they cut corners on the process, and now the voters who approved it are paying the price. Thanks for watching Signal Brief News. Like, follow, and subscribe for more political analysis, and I'll see you in the next one.